dancer. He talked about putting Germany first. And when German football players disrespected the national anthem, they were punished. He talked about creating jobs for everyone. He built roads and infrastructure and camps. He knew how to use the new media, radio, newsreels, and in 1935, he started his own TV network 4 years before Americans were introduced to television. He even knew how to use fake news.
Im Lager Juden von verschiedenen Berufen haben die Gelegenheit, ihr Berufsleben wieder aufzunehmen.
Oh, how the crowds flocked to see him. But his Nazi party only won 32% of the seats in parliament, which the Germans called the Reichstag. The popular vote was won by Germany's left liberal parties. Hitler wanted more. A few weeks after his inauguration, there was a terrorist incident. Somebody set the German parliament building, the Reichstag, on fire. Many believed it was the Nazis who did it in order to create a national emergency. But Hitler blamed the communists. The Communist Party was banned and their seats in parliament taken away. The liberals were vanquished and the public supported Adolf Hitler, taking complete control. This Jewish weekly in Germany published a front-page editorial saying that everyone should calm down. Now that the Nazis are in power, we don't believe that Herr Hitler and his friends will do all the things that they promised. They won't suddenly take away the constitutional rights of German Jews. They won't lock us up in race ghettos or unleash the murderous mobs on us. They can't do these things because the Constitution won't let them. Back in the US, the New York Times agreed. They reassured the American people that things would not be that bad. They even wrote flattering articles and said that Hitler's anti-Semitism was not so genuine or violent as it sounded, and he was merely using anti-Semitism as a bait to catch followers.
When you track how people first reacted to Hitler and Mussolini, they said, oh, he's just insane. Or the classic thing is that the elite party, in this case, the GOP, we're going to invite him into power. And then we're going to control him.
How am I doing? Am I doing okay? I'm president. Hey, I'm president. Can you believe it, right?
Over and over in history, what has happened is that these people get invited in, they get legitimized, and then they take over the show.
There is no Republican Party. There's a Trump Party.
At 12:05 p.m. on January 20th, 2017, just minutes after being sworn in as president,
So help me God.
Trump filed the paperwork for the Trump 2020 re-election campaign. Within days, he went right back to holding rallies
Keep America great! Exclamation point.
and campaigning for an 8-year presidency.
Unless they give me an extension for the presidency.
These are what I call trial balloons. You throw out an idea that previously was unthinkable.
4 years, 8 years, or as you know, FDR, in one case, 16 years. Should we go back to 16 years? Should we do that, Congressman? Can we have that extended?
Unthinkable in democracy or
And they've done that.
unthinkable for human rights reasons.
She is a great gentleman. He's now president for life.
See?
No, he's great. He was able to do that. I think it's great. Maybe we'll have to give that a shot someday.
They float these ideas, they get them out there, and then the press does its job for him.
President Trump offering his congratulations to Turkey's President Erdogan for winning a referendum that grants him sweeping new powers.
Picks them up, amplifies them, circulates, and then it becomes a thing.
You know, the last time I jokingly said that, 16 years, the papers started saying, he's got despotic tendencies. Now, I'm not looking to do it. Unless you want to do it, that's okay.
and it becomes part of the discourse.
Half of all Republicans in a poll said they would agree to postpone the 2020 election if President Trump asked them to.
52% of Republicans would support postponing the 2020 election if Trump proposed it. And he hasn't even proposed it.
People do think, well, we have this democracy, we've had it for over 200 years, it's not going anywhere.
But it's so bogus. That's just not true, Michael. We've had a democracy since circa 1970. I mean, if black people can't vote, it's not really democracy. If women can't vote, it's not really democracy. Democracy, I mean, I love the fact that I live in a country which is more democratic than others. But I will say that democracy in America is an aspiration. It's somewhere we've got to get. I mean, when only half the population is voting, when there's unlimited money in politics, we're not there yet.
Over 1 million new jobs, companies investing billions in America, stock market reaching all-time record highs, our country strong again.
Never in American history has a president kept more of his promises in his first 2 years in office. Not the promises he made to the voters, but the promises he made to his fellow billionaires and the ruling class.
Yep.
A record tax cut for the rich passed. Obamacare,
It's obvious that it's failing. It's dead.
dead. Banking regulations either weakened or removed,
Doesn't get much bigger than that, right?
and is on his way to packing the court with 140 conservative judges.
A modern day record.
And making lifetime appointments to the Supreme Court with right-wing judges. The Paris Climate Accords,
We'll withdraw.
the Iran nuclear deal,
We'll withdraw.
our record